Hello everyone! Today we are going to visit Predjamski Grad, which is situated in Slovenia. Predjamski means standing before the den. In fact, Slovenian word Yama has several meanings. In our case, Yama means cave. Medieval castle skillfully built in 123-meter cliff, serving as base construction element. Castle covers entrance to the giant cave. For Slovenian, Predjamski Grad is a symbol of independence and resilience. The castle first mentioned in 1202, second time in 1274, when a castle belonged to a knightly family of Jamski. German forms of this family were Lug, Luger, Lucher. They all based on the name of a castle, which is for Slovenian Predjamski Grad and for Germans Höhlenburg-Loeg. During the second part of 15th century, castle was owned by Erasm Predjamski, sometimes mentioned as Erasm Jamski in Slovenian sources and Erasmus von Loeg in German. According to Slovenian legend, in 1482, Erasm Jamski killed on duel Imperial Marshal Heinrich von Pappenheim, as he offended the memory of his friend Andreas Baumkircher. Unfortunately for Erasm, Pappenheim was the Quinto Emperor of Holy Roman Empire and Duke of Austria Friedrich III Gabsburg. In this regard, between Baron and Emperor, the war started. Impregnable Predjamski Grad became main and, I am to say, the only one base of rebellious Baron. He, however, found a patron, King of Hungary Matthias I Hunyadi Corvin, who was called New Attila. However, such patronage was not very beneficial to Erasm. While Corvin was pressing Gabsburg pressed Jamski. Jamski came up smiling. He repelled and attacked imperial garrisons, raided trade caravans, which were going to Wien, Istria and Dalmatia. For some sources said that he spent all his money to the poor, like English Robin Hood did. Emperor ordered new governor of Trieste, Baron Gaspar Bar, to besiege Predjamski Grad. The siege lasted almost a year. No cannons or catapults could damage the castle. Imperials were dying of cold and choking of spite and helplessness when Erasmus offered them from above cooked meat of recently killed ox and rape cherry carried to him via secret passage from friendly Vilava. However, in 1484, Rabar managed to bribe one of Erasmus' servants. Traitor lit a lamp in the room, according by our sources, in the toilet where Erasmus was, and the stone balls went exactly to the aim, and Erasmus was killed. Slovenian legend insists Erasmus was not killed by the ball itself, but because of a destroyed wall that fell on him. I personally do not like this version of Erasmus' death. First of all, catapults never could damage the walls. I think I will make a video about this. Second, logically, it is strange that the walls could be destroyed that easily. When why it took more than a year to siege the castle, it would be completely destroyed by that time. After visiting a castle, I had another idea. The legend especially tells about cannons and catapults, but not trebuchets, which in fact could destroy walls, and were invented several centuries before that. Why not use them, or at least mention in legend? More, it is strange to think there was never a fire or a light in the castle for the whole year. Did Erasmus never lit a torch, candle or lamp in no rooms? My theory is following. I think it was the catapult which killed Erasmus, that is true, but not by destroying the walls. As we will see, the secret passage is in the cave beside the castle, and the passage goes almost vertically up, and that is the key. A catapult could send a ball almost vertically, allowing to reach targets beside the walls or on height. So, if servant lit a lamp above, near the secret passage entrance when Erasmus was in there, and the catapults threw balls there, especially so if the secret passage had a funnel-like shape, and just one successful shot right into the passage was more than enough to kill everyone inside it. Well, anyway, Erasmus was buried in Predjama near the Church of Mary of Seven Sorrows, near the marketplace. According to the legend, his wife, or Pefru, planted a linden in his grave, which we can see now. Let's walk around the castle. This part is the oldest, built in 12th century. The red part were made in the end of 14th century, and the last part was built in 15th century. If you ever in Slovenia, you should visit Predjamski Grad. Definitely worth it, trust me. So, we are going to the castle itself. Again, this is how it is look like outside.
Рома, пойдем в замок.
And this is the arms of the Vitykrets, the family who received the castle after the death of Erasm Predjamski. And again here we see the castle, and I should say that during the time of Erasm there wasn't the hill that we are on, so the castle was just outside the cave. And this is just after the entrance. It was the stables, and to the right is the tower, which we could see from outside. So we are above the tower, and it is battlement, where we can throw something heavy to the attackers. And this is a trophy room, and you can see the gutter at the wall, which was used to gather water from the walls, and of course the trophies. Another view. Of course there weren't any woods. You don't want the army to come unnoticed. And this is the living room. I don't know why they used mannequins, but anyway. And this is the night room, like a throne room but for the knights. You can see the tapestry on the walls. This prevents from room being wet, because the walls are wet in this castle due to its in the cave. And this premise is for hunting dogs. They keep it there. And it was the garrisons in one of the tower, and now it is the museum in shape of armory. And of course bedroom, the warmest room in the castle. A little chapel just after it. Actually it is the oldest premise in the castle. And it is the inner castle, which is situated in the cave. So the last line of defense, and it was where the secret passage was. And here we can see this secret passage. It goes vertically up, so it is not allowed to go there. Well, thank you very much for watching. Like it if you do, and subscribe if you want to see more. Thank you very much. Bye bye.